State Attorney Angela Corey sends this three-page letter to legislators with what she describes as the facts in the Marissa Alexander assault case. Now, a local state senator is responding angrily.
I think it's a travesty and just horrible that she's trying to try a case on 2 or 3 pieces of paper. If she has a case, then take it to court.
State Senator Audrey Gibson is one of more than a dozen local legislators who have just received an email from Angela Corey.
In the email is this letter offering an unsolicited explanation of how prosecutors have handled assault charges against the 33-year-old Jacksonville woman who is awaiting a new trial. Corey has already complained that her critics are spreading misinformation about the case. Tonight, Channel 4's Scott Johnson spoke with Senator Gibson and is joining us now live with more on what's in the letter and why Gibson is upset. Scott?
Well, Tom, this is that letter that goes through details of why the state attorney's office feels that Marissa Alexander needs to be charged for firing shots toward her then estranged husband Rico Gray, as well as his 2 children. It goes in step by step of why they feel this way, and at the top in boldface it says the facts. 3 pages sent by State Attorney Angela Corey to state legislators from Northeast Florida, telling them what they say are the facts in the state's case against Marissa Alexander. Some things we're hearing about for the very first time, like the line at the very top of page 1. Before firing shots at her husband, Rico Gray, the email claims Alexander said, "I've got something for you," expletive. It also says Ms. Alexander had ample time and opportunity to leave the home. And when Gray saw her put a round in the chamber, he yelled no and tried to go scoop his 2 boys under his arms to protect them. Those are just a few of the highlights making their case for prosecution. But State Senator Audrey Gibson, who is one of the 13 the email was sent to, is not happy.
The state attorney had someone on her staff send emails to the Duval delegation members. I don't know where else they sent them to. She herself made no contact, made no phone calls, and certainly I didn't ask for what she sent.
Senator Gibson says she thinks this case should be tried in a courtroom, not publicly like this.
And I think it's a travesty and just horrible that she's trying to try a case on 2 or 3 pieces of paper. If she has a case, then take it to court.
Local attorney Gene Nichols suspects there's a reason why Angela Corey's office sent this out, while the Florida legislature is looking at changing the stand your ground law.
The state attorney's office clearly wants to send a signal to Tallahassee that what the facts are that they believe in this case and what the legislature should know about this case.
And another issue that's brought up in this letter is Rico Gray's history of domestic violence. That's been widely reported, but it doesn't go over everything. Let me clarify. It only says there are a few issues he's had in the past. One, in 2006, Gray pleaded no contest to battery with another woman and received probation. Also in 1994, he pleaded no contest to domestic battery in an incident that involved a fight with his brother. It says in this letter that that's all there is. It's not a lengthy history of domestic violence. We're live at the Duval County Courthouse. Scott Johnson, Channel 4, the local station.
Scott, you spoke with Senator Gibson. How about any other legislators?
I did get in touch with one other who said to me they're so busy in Tallahassee, hadn't had a chance to read the letter, but do know that the Marissa Alexander case has been brought up in some committees where they're discussing possibly looking at changing gun laws, and this representative didn't have the same perspective as Audrey Gibson, saying, I welcome any letter from anyone that gives me just more information from which to work. Back to you.
Scott Johnson reporting live from downtown. Now, if you'd like to read the letter written by State Attorney Angela Corey, we have posted all 3 pages inside our story, which you will find on news4jax.com. Just look for the link under Top Stories.